Burley will be the team to kick things off. Should be a good game, this one. And we are underway for round 14 of the Intrust Super Cup. The kickoff allowed to bounce. Tom Hancock with first use of the football this afternoon, and there's something that Pride can expect a lot of. Hard driving defence from this Burley Bears forwards. Laying a terrific foundation for most of their wins throughout the season so far. This very impressive pack. Some outstanding finishes too in this team. It's a thrill for you watching this afternoon to see the likes of Tyron Roberts-Davis up against Gideon Gallimosby. Troy Leo as well. He's been in terrific try-scoring form. Great to see this man back, Curtis Rowe. Good kick, good opening set for the Pride.
Terrific set of 6 for the Pride. They zigzagged up the middle of the field as well and got a good kicking game on the back of that. They asked some questions in regards to the kick chases, where the kicker was going to be coming from. But you're right, Salty, some really good matchups. Of course, the Battle of the Halves is the most exciting one. Jake Clifford up against Jamal Fogarty. There's big forward pack. Can't wait for the Burley Bears bench to be introduced with Alamoy, Morgan Boyle, Jesse Savage and Matt White, a massive pack.
They certainly do have a big pack of forwards. Matt Robinson taking that hit up. Here's a kick from inside the 40, but it's a good old-fashioned torque straight down the ground from Fogarty, and well handled by Ben Hampton, playing for the Northern Pride this afternoon.
Won't he be a handy inclusion? He probably hasn't had the greatest of preparations. He's actually in Darwin for the game against Parramatta tonight as an extra, part of their final 21 or final 19, and got a tap on the shoulder from Paul Green last night and said, quick, get on a plane and go to Brisbane. You're going to play against Burley tomorrow. So
stand now. Hold, Pat, hold.
Pride with Murphy. He'll be looking forward to the challenge this afternoon. David Murphy. Oh, there's a mistake. One they certainly don't need, although it is a penalty inside the 10. Burley penalised.
Yeah, it was a right call there by Chris Anderson. Jamal Fogarty was just caught in the ruck, and so Ryan Getty had to try and get the ball around him. And even though he didn't touch the ball, the halfback, Jamal Fogarty, you can just see here, sorry, it's not Fogarty. It is Fogarty. It just doesn't allow that safe passage from the pass from Getty. Now they get the first set of 6 in the opposition's 20.
Hancock on this occasion brought down. There's the 17. Very impressive player, Emery Perry. Good game when we saw the Pride last. Options here for Getty. Murphy stopped in his tracks, thought about an offload, but they wrapped up the ball the last minute. Safety first from the front rower. Clifford, short ball, and it's been put down.
That's really good defence by the number 6, Dallas Wells, because the length of the pass was a really good one. And they were outnumbered as well, Burley defensively, so they knew they were outnumbered. So Wells took the line up really hard and got into the face of the options that came off Clifford and shut down his opportunities.
We might take your sideline to Adam Jackson, get an update on the conditions here where the sun is shining. Down to you, Adam.
Yeah, very much a surprise. There was a 40% chance of rain. It looked like raining earlier in the day when we arrived, but those clouds have gone away. Perfect conditions, 23 degrees, hardly any wind to speak of. The big battle I'm looking forward today is the front rows, the 2 number 8s. Luke Page looks like he's going to take a hit up there, up against big bad Billy Bugden, number 8, who makes the tackle on him.
There's a few players out here you can put the name big and bad next to.
13 offside.
So, first penalty of the afternoon for Burley, won all the penalties.
I was actually watching Graham Clark there, the number 13 that was called offside. I was watching their edge defenders, and he was about probably, just see out in the left-hand side, he's probably about a metre offside, and there's been a lot of criticism of the officials this weekend already in the NRL, but that penalty was the right one.
17 up and square. Will here.
Good opportunity here for the Burley Bears.
10 out.
18 away from the line they are now. That's only tackle 2. Fogarty, impressive when he runs like that. Rowe through the line, fires a pass, and Robinson is going to open the scoring here for the Burleigh Bears. First try of the afternoon to Matt Robinson. Put it down to Jamal Fogarty. Had the defence going backwards.
We focused on Jamal Fogarty at the start of the game. It's his precise long passing game. He straightens up the line, and it's that beautiful pass out in front of Curtis Rowe. The difference between Burleigh and Northern Pride, the first attacking option they had was the depth and the speed that they used. So it was good skill by Burleigh.
He was in France last year. Matt Robinson has played 38 NRL games for 2 clubs, the Panthers and the Titans. A couple of seasons at Tweed Heads. Panther conversion. Danger signs there for the Pride with the way that they opened up. Burleigh scoring on their first venture down into the Pride's end of the ground. Terrific shot of the job that awaits Tyron Roberts-Davis. And, well, he couldn't hit it any more perfect than that. 6-0. Burleigh in front. Back down to you, Adam.
Well, Soddy, if there's one criticism you can make of the Northern Pride this year, it's been their slow starts. Last week they had a shocker at the start of their game against South Logan. They were down 14 points at half-time before winning that match 42-30. Scored a lot of points in the second half, but Ty Williams won't want a repeat of that.
They were down 14-0 after, well, the Souths were going better than a run a minute last week. They did well, the Pride, to get back into the contest and win a high-scoring one.
13 stands! 17 now!
Strong hit up there from Luke Page. They go again down the short side.
Up and square, Jake! Hold!
Short of the halfway line here. There's one of those danger men you were talking about, Sats, Josh Alamai. Very impressive player to have coming off the interchange bench. He could wreak havoc here this afternoon.
Well, it's pretty obvious where Burleigh are coming when they mention and name their pack. Matt White, Josh Alamai, Morgan Boyle, big Titans player, front row, and Jesse Savage. They're coming straight through the middle. So Garth Brennan there, yeah, the Titans coach. Tough loss last night to the Bunnies. Good to see him get down and support the feeder club in the second tier competition. Good man, Garth Brennan.
Off the ball!
Pride looking good with ball in hand, but just haven't had great field position. Coming out of their own end, though, they've been impressive. There's a good offload from Murphy. Getty dummies to the player on his outside. He takes the line on.
Last tackle!
There's a high kick. All these chases are offside. Rowe takes it, though, impressively.
And the kicking game is very important from Jake Clifford, from the Pride here this afternoon, because they've got a very good fullback in Curtis Rowe and his kick return. Also, this man playing the ball in Tyrone Roberts-Davis is a
whole right side.
let-off penalty here for Burleigh. So the kick chase has to be really good, and I think a lot of the time they will resort to high kicks. So Curtis Rowe catches the ball standing still and has to take off from a standing start rather than gaining momentum of a ball along the ground.
So more good field position here for the Bears as Saluma taps it. They go up the middle. What about that? You go from Whitbread, strong hit up. Page, strong hit up. Fogarty, back to one of those players again for his second run in this set, and Jai Whitbread. They'll be in a position at least for an attacking kick at the end of this set. They are now 20 metres away, still a couple of tackles left. Fogarty now, Whitbread. He's been busy, the front rower, it is the last. They've got numbers to the left, they're going to run it that way. No, they go the other way to the right. Wells kicks. Now, was that knocked on there? No, it wasn't.
There's a wrong option there. On 2 occasions, to come to the left was probably the right call because they had numbers and they had good depth. But to go to the right, Wells didn't. He only had one thing in mind, and that was the kick, when he could have probably played to the outside as well. Kicking, trying to get in between 2 players there that were set defensively, so it was always going to be tough for them.
Good run there from Hampton. Now Bowen off the back of it. Scored a length of the field try last week. Had spiders on him in the game against South.
He has to be introduced early, David Bowen, to keep him in the game. He can phase out of the game mentally, so they've got to give him early ball, really, a bit like they do with Greg Inglis at Origin. Give him early ball and let him take his opposition player one-on-one.
Good start to this game. Both teams very solid. And Sanari Wells playing it. Saluma coming in the middle to do some work. Bonus it is having a powerful centre like Sammy Saluma in your team. Here's Polatoni going for a scoot. Out the back he goes to Fogarty. Fogarty, there's a half a gap there, but it closed. Clifford making the tackle. Wells, little chip over the top, straight into touch. So just that's a question mark over Burley's 5th tackle options in the last couple of sets.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the most difficult parts of the game to try and control. So it's probably more Wells is the one with his 5th tackle options that need to be a little bit more calculating, but both sides, as we see, getting through their sets, they're both getting through all their sets of 6 at the moment. It's only the Pride that have been incomplete in 1 set, so it's playing at a really good standard, really good intensity as well. It's both teams spending a lot of time coming out of their quarter.
Tomorrow afternoon, live and free from Amy Park in Melbourne. Always a good clash when the Storm do battle with the Broncos. Live and free coverage from 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I heard a report earlier that James Roberts not backing up tomorrow as the Pride looking to shift here. It's Tuolangi. Can he stay in the field of play? No, he can't. The elbow just goes out. So good defence from Troy Leo in the end.
Well, it was good attack as Benny Hampton on the back of a really quick play of the ball. Moves down the short side, takes the right option. But look at the second effort here from Sammy Saluma. He doesn't get to get involved here, but he does. Just that final little movement of Sammy Saluma that pushes all his weight of Tuolangi across the sideline. If he doesn't get involved there, Tuolangi stays in field.
Let's take your sideline, get a comment from Adam Jackson. In fact, we can't go to Adam because Blake Leary was just annoying him there. You can tell him to go away, Adam, if he's annoying you there.
He was just telling me about his ankle injury. He said he was touch and go, but he was ruled out at the last minute. I asked him if he was too scared to face his former teammates. Blake Leary, of course, won a premiership 2014 with the Northern Pride. But Burleigh Bears fans need not fear. He said he'll definitely be back next week.
Might have something to do with the high heels he was wearing, dressed up as a lady about 5 weeks ago. He might have hurt his ankle that night.
You're not giving away any secrets. Not only did he wear it, but he actually posted a photo on social media. So there you go. Sam Costa now. Whitbread. It's been busy, Jai Whitbread early.
Yeah, so what about his involvement? It's very impressive.
Fogarty kicking. And that's what a take that is. Outstanding there from Murray Tuolangi, flying high. Here's Gallimosby. Trying to up the tempo here with all the backs, getting them out of trouble.
Yeah, I like this. It's really good. Tuolangi takes the high ball, then Hampton, then Gallimosby, now David Bowen getting involved.
And what could have been a difficult situation, they're going to win the set with a kick inside Burleigh territory. And it's not a bad one either into open spaces there from Jake Clifford. In fact, it's a very good kick. He's following it through. Troy Leo has fumbled it. That could well be simultaneous grounding and a try to the Northern Pride.
Okay, video review. Tackle 1, no try. Just confirm that Burleigh grounds the ball here for me, please,
Well,
Nick.
Troy Leo, he's not urgent enough here, and I don't think he realises Jake Clifford in his chase. I think he gets a hand on his at the last moment. Troy Leo just there.
Yeah, just.
So it's a good on-field call, but great skill by Jake Clifford. We get a chance to go back and have a look at the replay at some stage of the vision, the skill of Jake Clifford. He looks to kick it down the left-hand side, but sees that there's no one in the backfield.
Video referee, we confirm your live decision. 2 Burleigh ground the ball first, no try.
It was beautiful skill. He kicks it on, he changes direction of the kick at the last moment and kicks it on the outside of his foot. Looks to kick down the left-hand side, kicks it on the outside of his right foot and finds open space.
You take for granted when you see the good players do it, but that takes a lot of hard work to be able to do something like that.
Just good vision and composure in the moment. And we've got to remember, this kid's still only just turned 20 years of age.
Jamal, put behind the line. Stay on side.
Watch here.
Right, what's he?
He fakes it with his eyes. He looks down the left and he knows there's going to be space on his right.
Repeat set for the Pride. He's only about half a second away from scoring a try. Murphy, strong hit. Luke Page gets an offload though. Getty. Bugden now.
Hayden off the ball!
High quality game of Intrust Super Cup Rugby League unfolding here. Emery Perry now. Now Clifford. Hampton, good footwork and strength from the fullback. 10 away from the line. Getty for the line. He's only a metre and a half away. Good tackle around the leg, Sam Costa. Hampton. Now Clifford kicking. It's off legs. Could have been a nasty ricochet. But Tyron Roberts-Davis takes it dead.
Yeah, again, good control by Clifford. And that right-hand defence is getting up really hard from the outside in, putting pressure on that first receiver. Just see there from the inside swash. That's where your pressure wants to come from, the inside all the time, so it can release your outside defenders. I just saw it when they tried that movement down the left-hand side. Ben Hampton, not used to playing with Clifford, probably needs to give himself about 2 or 3 more steps backwards, give himself a little bit more depth so he can catch, size up the situation and either pass on the outside or take the line on.
Third set in a row here for the Pride. Biondiotto takes it, gives it straight to Murphy. 7th hit up in the afternoon already for Murphy. Bugden, straight and hard. Stays on his feet until the very last moment. Good quick play the ball from the big man as well, and Clifford's able to play some footy off the back of it. Taking the line on Jake Clifford, he's only a metre and a half away. Clark on the bounce, Getty turns Bugden on his inside.
Off the ball! Play it when you can!
Got to come to the right.
A penalty here.
You're on the ball.
You heard Chris Anderson say, hands off the ball, came loose.
Hold! Hold!
I like this option. I like how they're possibly going to take the tap here. Ryan Getty spent a lot more time up here in a really important, crucial period of the game in that, moving into that final 20 minutes of the first half. Just try and suck as much energy as possible.
Getty, Biondiotto, Hampton chimes in, good tackle. Sammy Saluma coming off his line and says, you're not going anywhere, and he's lost the ball here. That's great stuff from Sammy Saluma.
Yeah, their centres have made really good decisions defensively. And again, it's about Ben Hampton having depth. Well, more importantly, the players outside. Number 3 at the bottom of your screen here, Brett Anderson. He probably needs to be a little bit deeper, as does Tuolangi. And that allows Ben Hampton to catch and pass rather than see that his outside players are up too flat. There's no other option. And it leaves it an easy decision for your centre to get up and really jam in and shut down that key player. I like his involvement, but Hampton. He's been busy, hasn't he?
Popping up on both sides of the field. Plenty of touches. Our match day sponsors for this afternoon. LSC Shop Fitting is an industry leader in shop fitting and commercial fit-outs Australia-wide. And for the Pride, Mount Peter Residential Estate by Ken Frost Homes, building the homes you love with all the high-end inclusions you deserve at a price you can afford.
Tell you what it does also, if you're outside, your centres and your wingers have got really good depth, it stops your defenders from rushing up because they get a little bit scared about if they get up too far, they're going to get into no man's land. So you can really dictate the speed of the opposition with depth.
Right side's good.
Kick there from Politoni out of dummy half. Well positioned Hampton. Straight to Gideon Gallimosby. They drive him back. Good defence now. This is going to be hard yards here for the Pride coming off their own line. Tuolangi. He's driven back. They've made 10 metres. It's tackle 2. Need a strong run here. And that's what they get.
Here we go, Pat Hayden here. Hold. Hold!
Sheldon Powell-Hobbs is on the field. Bowen.
Big set of 6 defensively, hasn't it?
Done well to get close to their 40 in the end. This kick, good pressure placed on the kick there, and Troy Leo with some room to move. You've got to have your chase on song with Leo, and that certainly is. Bang. Emery Perry, great hit. Tyron Roberts Davis now. Both sides going to their bench. Matt White is coming on the field for the Burleigh Bears. Luke Page there with a hit up.
Tackle 4 here. 11. Hold. Hold.
It's tackle 4. There is White.
Pride, they're going to have to watch the offloads from Matt White.
Politoni, it's the last. Here's a kick from Fogarty. They bat it back. It's still alive here. Schwartz throws an intercept. Clifford's got it. He's up over the halfway line. They're going to reel him in. Where's the quick man coming? They can't get to. Well, now they find Gideon Gallimosby. He fires a pass up the centre of the ground. They go through Anderson. And Anderson's going to be brought down.
Got to go back to the left.
He goes straight up the middle.
Yeah, back to the left where the break came from.
That's exactly where they go. Beyond Diodo now. There's 8 metres away from the line. Clark will play it. Beyond Diodo. Hancock, they backed away from him. And he's only 2 metres away from the line. Going short side again, and that's great vision to send the pass to Murray Tuolangi, and the Pride score their first try of the afternoon at 6-4 with a kick to come.
Great anticipation here from Jake Clifford. He knew that the ball was going to get knocked back, so he puts himself in a position right there, in between the attack. And again, doesn't try and overplay his hand. And we talk about the battle of the halves. There's one just there, and Gideon Gallimosby, if he was the one that took the intercept, it would have been shut the gate. But they score on the opposite side with Tuolangi, who's been really good early on in this game. Good fight back. Hancock.
Murray Tuolungi, the try scorer for the Northern Pride.
Part of these exciting outside backs that the Cowboys have got.
Played for the North Queensland Cowboys under-20s last year. There is Ty Williams, the coach of the Pride. Looks like he's getting some free advice from one of the managers there, Murray Stelly. Doing the stats for him, no doubt.
He's only 19 years of age, young Tuolungi.
Well, I liked what I saw from him last year in the under-20s, and he's playing well this year in the Intrust Super Cup. Jake Clifford moves in, right boot strikes it, he's kicked it. Jake Clifford been in terrific form with the boot, and he moves within 5 points of Guy Hamilton to be the leading point scorer this season in the Intrust Super Cup. Down to you, Adam Jackson.
Thanks, Holdy. We see Murray crossing the line there. He's the only member of the back five, hasn't played NRL for the Northern Pride, but soon enough you'll see him lining up for the Cowboys. I think a couple of changes for the Pride. Their captain's gone off for HIA, head injury assessment. Ryan Getty, Connor Jones, you'll see him come on, take over the dummy half duties. And number 14, Darren Schoenig, has also come on to replace Tom Hancock in the front row.
6-all. More solid defence from Burleigh.
I saw Tom Hancock walking back from that try. He looked a little bit ginger. Looked like he was limping. He's in a fair bit of pain also.
And that's why Darren Schoenig is out on the field. Jersey number 16. He took that last hit up. Looking for an early shift here. Javid Bowen one-on-one with Wells, and Wells does well. That's you talk about the young talent in the game. I saw the under-18s origin on Wednesday night.
Outstanding game.
It was a terrific game of rugby league. 16-10 New South Wales beating Queensland in a tight, hard-fought game of rugby league. But two players that we've already seen in the Intrust Super Cup having very good games. David Fafita, the Broncos contracted player, was very good, and Tino Fasuamalawi from the Melbourne Storm, who we've seen play for the Sunshine Coast Falcons, also very good. And I'll just stick with Tino Fasuamalawi.
Now a tremendous standard it was as the curtain raiser to the start of Origin.
You just think about the talent that's coming through both sides of the border. Centre for New South Wales. There's Jimmy Lenahan.
Up in his customary position up on the roof of the Leagues Club. You can usually hear him, actually, even though he's got a walkie-talkie. He doesn't need it half the time, does he?
No, the players know the messages before they're delivered to them.
Right side's good.
So a player from the other side of the border, put in your black book, folks, is young Bradman Best from Newcastle.
17 release now.
Likely type.
Go 10, 17. Jamal out. Left side.
Speaking of Origin curtain raisers, the next one for Game 2 will be the residents game, the best of the Intrust Super Cup against the best of the Intrust Super Premiership. Jake Clifford be the halfback for Queensland. Or will it be Jamal Fogarty?
Sam Scarlett,
Yeah.
to name a few.
Now they go straight up the middle here. Anderson throws a dummy at Bowen, unmarked on his inside. Took the tackle. Could still be on here at the last. Hampton sizes up his options, kicks. Good positional play at the back here. And Burleigh survive.
Well, they're getting out of dummy half really well, the Pride here today. They're asking a lot of questions to those tight defenders from Burleigh. And again, it's their former skipper, Brett Anderson. Gets out of dummy half, good footwork. And look at Javid Bowen up the inside. I think you just saw Robinson just hovering up on the inside, but the pass, if it was delivered and delivered swiftly, would have got to Bowen.
Yeah, you can understand he wasn't unmarked. I'll take that back.
He's come up with a couple of big plays, Robinson. There was a tackle on Hancock before that try was scored to Tuolungi. Puts himself in the position there to let that pass be delivered.
Sam Costa playing the ball there. Sats in a team where there's some NRL players and some players with great records. He doesn't get spoken about a lot, Sam Costa, but you just know what you're going to get from him each week. Rock solid.
Just work rate. Just doesn't stop.
21 tackles already.
Yeah. Just does all those little jobs that go unnoticed. He pushes up with his forwards, he's a support player. Scrambles, always scrambles really well as well. Picks up all those scrappy plays.
Well, the Burley big man will have to watch out for number 14 who's out there. And that's Connor Jones. See him on screen there going into dummy half. Sharp customer. So is this man. Biondi-Odo goes flat there to Emery Perry, who puts it down. He had a bit of traffic around him.
And you'll get a bit short in 10 metres now.
So scrum feed here for the Burley Bears as we take. Oh, sorry, that's go.
No, they numbered up really well defensively there, and again, Sam Costa pushing up on his man on the inside, which releases Jamal Fogarty. He doesn't have to worry about anything else, just other than sizing up on his flat runner, and they defended that well, Burley.
Josh Alamai ready to enter into the fray.
He's a massive human, isn't he?
Just casting a shadow over our sideline. At the moment, Adam Jackson. Down to you, Adam.
Yeah, I look very small in comparison to him. I can give you some bad news for Northern Pride fans. Tom Hancock's on the bench. He's icing up their hamstring, so it looks like they'll be reduced to 16 players for the remainder of the game. Big loss for the Pride, given that he's developed into an 80-minute player in the back row after spending the last few years biding his time behind the likes of Ben Spina and Joel Reithmuller.
Don't forget, for all of your rugby league highlights and analysis, go to wideworldofsports.com.au, wwos.com.au, the home of rugby league. On the net, great website. Some sensational stuff put on there every day of the week.
All the way 14. Hold. Go.
Last one here for the Burley Bears. Low kick there from Fogarty. It's picked up here by Gallimosby. Beats one, steps around another. Good footwork, Gallimosby beating another before Fogarty makes the tackle.
Looks like a jackrabbit there. Great footwork.
Maybe he's going across field looking for gaps. It was like a fast version of Michael Hancock.
I think the more they get those outside backs involved, the better they'll be in just chewing up those hard yards through this end of that end of the field that they're on.
Straight up the middle they go here, Hampton. He's got Jones on his inside. Shut the gate, they won't catch him. Connor Jones. Speed there from Hampton out of dummy half. He found the 14 in Jones, and the Pride are in front.
Great work, and you spoke about that earlier, Salty. They have to watch this young man, but this is experience. Ben Hampton sees a quick play the ball. He sees two retreating defenders, big defenders, go straight through the middle, and this is obviously the game plan that Ty Williams has looked at. A big forward pack. Let's just go through the middle with quick feet and get them on the back foot, and they've got some points on the back of that.
Go back to one here. Okay, so that's set better on the 10, boys.
Connor Jones, the try scorer there for the Northern Pride. 21 games in the Intrust Super Cup for Connor Jones. This is his second season at the Pride for the 22-year-old. Plays that role coming off the bench so very well.
He's a wiry, fit-looking thing, isn't he, Connor Jones? It's good with Ryan Getty coming on and just setting up the platform and getting them into really good process and bring on that youth. That just offers that energy around the play the ball. And this is where they're getting all the big plays through your Bowens and your Gallimosbys and Tuolungis, Connor Jones, Ben Hampton.
Should have no dramas here, Jake Clifford. And he converts 12-6, the Pride in front, down to Adam Jackson.
Yeah, Ben Hampton doing a really good job trying to impress Paul Green after being sent back from Darwin after being in the Cowboys squad for the Eels game. No surprises to see Connor Jones backing up. The Emerald Tigers Junior spent a bit of time in the Bulldog system in the under-20s, and he actually broke the 400-metre fitness record at the Bulldogs, which is previously held by none other than Jonathan Thurston.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go.
Not bad bragging rights, is it?
It's a very deep kickoff.
Not too many things that people are better than JT at.
You've got a few records around the place off the field as well. You might be able to answer this, Sats, or down to you, Adam. Isn't he the fastest cowboy who holds the record to the run up Castle Hill in Townsville?
Yes, I believe that.
And the Pride 6 points in front. 5 minutes left here in the half, and playing some good rugby league, the Cairns-based team.
They're doing well defensively on Javid Bowen. They're giving early ball like we spoke about. Javid Bowen's got that beautiful left foot step, the shuffle, where he always comes back on the inside. So the inside defender always needs to be really important. At the moment, Dallas Wells is getting across and helping out his centre and Hanari Wells, his brother.
Positional play there by Troy Leo. Defence from the Pride there on Roberts Davis. But here's the penalty.
Well, it's one they needed, because I was about to say that Sam Costa, the guy you spoke about before, the player you spoke about, is such a high work rate defensively. They've taken him off the field, and when you've got a really big forward pack, you need that one player, that smaller player that can get in and around the ruck and just tidy up defensively, and they've taken him off. So it doesn't surprise that someone like a Ben Hampton goes through the middle of the field when you've got such big guys in the middle trying to get back and retreat and get onside.
Good opportunity here for Burley late in the half. There's 4 minutes left in it. He'll launch a good attacking raid here. White. There's the offload you spoke about. Boyle quickly to Fogarty. Now they go wide to Alamai.
17, boys! Make it 6. 2.
Fogarty. Wells. Schwass brought down.
Hold, go, 3.
Strong run from White.
6 here.
Tackle 4. Back line out to the left. They go that way. Fogarty, though, taking the line on and finding a defender offside. They're down by 6. 3 minutes left. You'd expect they'll continue to apply the pressure here, Burley.
Yeah, try and chew up a couple of sets here. Get a repeat set if history tells us anything in recent weeks. They'll get another penalty in this set of 6, and they haven't broken the line. Take the 2 points.
Foot on the line. Go, 1.
Polatoni. There's a hard run straight up the centre, and they're going to be held up.
Tackle 2.
Got over the line there, did big Josh Alamai. Quite often, Sats, or more often than not, he scores from there.
Yeah, it's a set play that they use with great success.
Continue to apply the pressure here through Boyle. And he's 2 away. Polatoni. Now Wells, beating one, beats another, straightens the attack. 2 metres away. Good quick play the ball. Hanari Wells shrugs away from Bowen. Bowen's still there, and he just grabs him and puts him down.
Good work by Javid Bowen there. Didn't give up.
Fogarty kicking. They're coming out after it, but that's a great take by Anderson.
That's a tremendous set of 6 defensively, because Burley did ask them a couple of questions. And one player that came up with some really good adjustments in defence was Ben Hampton. He threw himself into the line on a couple of occasions as that extra man.
Very well with, there's a loose carry. I was about to say, Sats, they did very well with these giant forwards that Burley has.
Well, you exhaust so much energy. You see here the replay as Dallas Wells puts a timely kick over. Brett Anderson gets up, gets his body on the line.
Okay, thank you, trainers.
Yeah, the hand was there from Alamai, but every tackle has got a hand involved. Just need to secure the ball. You exhaust so much energy defensively. A lot of the time it's just best when you absorb a lot of energy, just get dummy half runs from the outside backs.
Pat Polatoni leading the tackle count with 24. Sam Costa was way in front, but Polatoni's gone past him. Costa's been off the field for the last 6 or 7 minutes with 21 tackles. Here's a chance. Curtis Rowe into the line. Graham Clark got him first before Clifford finished him off. Minute and a quarter left in the first half. White, Politoni, flat to Boyle. Ducks his way into the defence, Morgan Boyle. Politoni, long pass. Here's Curtis Rowe, throws a dummy and pops a pass up. Look out, Javid Bowen's got it. He's beating defenders. If they get in the clear through Gallimosby, then could be dangerous. Burley there, they get back in numbers and bring Gallimosby down.
Oh, it was great desperation defensively again. Structurally, they did some things wrong there, the Pride, but they were able to cover those up and come up with possession. I think it was Jake Clifford that came up with a really important tackle on the try line there. And
he will love that Ty Williams, the coach. Could have easily conceded a try.
Don't hold him, Sheldon.
Now Hobbs plays it beyond Dioto. Anderson, that looked like it was a forward pass, and it was. Forward to Tuolangi. So that could well be the last play of the half.
there's no more forward than James Maloney's on Wednesday night.
Maloney's was more, wasn't it? Well, there is time for the scrum.
Okay, let's go, Pride.
About a fifth of a second.
Okay.
So this is where you want the Tim Sheen split scrum, where everyone splits and the lock runs straight in the middle of the scrum.
They run a play down the blind side for Troy Leo. No, they go to the open, although they kick for Troy Leo, but Tuolangi's got it. And he is just going to kick the ball out. That will be half-time. Entertaining first 40 minutes of rugby league. The Northern Pride trailed early. And they hit back with 2 converted tries. Anyone's ball game as the players head to the sheds. Plenty of size, not only on the bench, but on the starting side as well. There's one of them there, Josh Alamai. We're underway for the second half. Burley trailing by 6. And it's Alamai. Josh Alamai.
I'll say it again. Why do you kick off to him?
Yeah.
He should be in the NFL. I mean, I don't want to lose him the league, but he'd be a very good NFL player.
You've mentioned that a couple of times before. But why in rugby league do you continually kick off to the player
The
who
hardest
is
running player.
Yeah, hardest running player.
Because I suppose you think you can get numbers in on him. Good transferring the ball there from Matty White. I remember we used to play against the Warriors, and wherever Ruben Wiki was, I used to say to our kicker, Ryan Girdler, listen, other side, go other side.
Test here for Hampton, takes it well. There's plenty of pressure on him.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he, Hampton? His whole attitude coming back to Intrust Super Cup. And Paul Green has asked him, as we said, while sitting on the strapping table getting ready for training in Darwin yesterday, you're getting on a plane and going to Brisbane ASAP. So he could have dropped his bundle and not put in an impressive performance, but he's done exactly the opposite, hasn't he, Pete?
And to be fair, Sats, he has, no matter which club he's played for as well, too, in the Intrust Super Cup when he was in and out of the Melbourne side and playing a lot for the Sunshine Coast Falcons.
He's always been one of those players, you just never know what position he is. Is he a centre, is he a fullback, is he a half, is he a hooker?
You have an answer?
I think he's a real good 14. Plays all of them. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's been good at fullback this afternoon. What about this task, though, that you've got when you come up against Burley? One of the backs taking a run here in Tyron Roberts-Davis. So many big men out there, so many options. There's one of them from the Titans, Morgan Boyle. Fogarty, high kick. We've just given him a wrap. Hope we haven't put the mock on him. No, we haven't. That's how good Ben Hampton's going. We can't put the mock on him. A touch tell you what, he's gone straight through. He'll score here. He's over the halfway line. Ben Hampton easing up on the line and will score under the posts. Put that in the highlights reel. Great stuff from Hampton.
Not only the work that he does here, but look at the work he does as he catches the ball. He knows that pressure is coming down on him, and as he catches, he changes his whole movement of his body to his left-hand side. He knows that Row's coming down. He moves to his left straight away and gets momentum. He doesn't catch the ball, stand and watch and see what's happening. But he uses a good fend, good evasive skills, gets into open space. Tyrone Roberts-Davis gave up the chase very early, which is disappointing. And Ben Hampton goes over untouched underneath the goalpost. Great play.
Ben Hampton, the try scorer. Satsu just made a major breakthrough there. We wrapped the bloke and then he went and did something good.
Yes.
The reverse curse. Jake Clifford makes no mistake, 3 from 3 for him for the afternoon. It's now 18-6, the Pride leading Burleigh. Down to you, Adam Jackson.
Yeah, salty. Jim Lenihan, the coach of Burleigh Bears, will be very disappointed with that. He actually mentioned Ben Hampton in his halftime speech, how disappointed he was with his defence in the middle of the ruck. He said they need to get back to our spots on our fields, stick to our systems, what we've done effective for the start of the year so far. And this try from Ben Hampton, listening to Ty Williams' advice, they wanted to attack the middle of the ruck. They think a lot of these big forwards are going to tie towards the back end of the game. But it'll be extremely difficult for the Pride. They're only down to 2 players on the bench for the rest. Hancock definitely out, and Getty failed that HIA.
And it isn't a great circumstance to be in when you've got 2 less reserves. But their game plan has been around not turning over the ball after a try, but their game plan has been around the dummy half ruck anyway and getting out of dummy half. So that won't affect them too much. If they can control their sets of 6 like they have in here, and complete their sets of 6, especially coming out of their own end, it won't affect their play too much. It won't affect their momentum. But now they're under a lot of pressure defensively. Expect for Jamal Fogarty to again attack down his left-hand side when they get to around tackle 3 or 4.
Can they respond here, Burleigh? Trailing by 2 converted tries. Wells, Schwass. It's Hayden Schwass getting up and playing it. 19 away on tackle 1. Boyle, strong run, Morgan Boyle. Powell Hobbs got him. Now Schwass again, good contact. Polatoni, long pass. Fogarty, Elamai, Josh Elamai. Good defence.
Connor Jones, small man on a big man.
Now Polatoni, Fogarty. Good defence again. This is the last. Stepping here. Now, finds Saluma. Sammy Saluma on the last. Can't get the ball down. Good defence. Northern Pride in there on numbers on every tackle.
Oh, how did he not score there? A really desperate last-ditch tackle there. 2-on-1. And Brett Anderson, good communication to Tuolungi. It tells him to slide off to his own man. I've got your inside. And then Tuolungi comes back and helps his centre partner. Now they're under a lot of pressure here again.
Look at the line speed here at Burleigh.
That's a tough run there by Power Hobbs. It's a run that no one really wants.
Boyle and Elamai get him. Hampton at dummy half. He'll go himself. He'll be brought down on tackle 3. Only 9 away from their own line. They need to get some width here, the Pride.
Good play.
Instead they kick downfield, say, let's get out of here. But good positional play by Curtis Rowe. And he'll reach the halfway line on tackle 1.
Yeah, he gets in a good field position, but that was a smart play by Jake Clifford. That's a decision well beyond his years. He just knows he doesn't want to put too much pressure on himself on the 5th tackle, so he just gets out of dodge.
Certainly in the land of the Giants there, weren't they? The pride with those big men just coming down on them defensively. White. Up the middle they go. Boyle will play it. It's the last. Polatoni. Saluma kicks within goal area through the legs. Hampton will have to watch out. And he just kicks it dead the last moment. He was calm. Troy Leo was screaming down after the football, but caught one there around the hand, it looked like there, did he? Troy Leo.
It's well done by Ben Hampton. It must be, the in-goals must have a real thick grass cover, because there's been a few kicks today that look like they're going to roll over. As soon as they hit that in-goal area, they really pull up.
Well, he got the kick, didn't he, to the ribs here. Troy Leo, can't afford to lose him. He's been terrific.
Good finisher. Get him into open space. He's one of those wingers that is a good finisher. It's just with the impact of hitting the ground there, Troy Leo.
Oh, there's a juggle from Fogarty. Here's White. Straight and hard. Robinson. He's been good this afternoon. Matt Robinson. Fogarty. Straight into the line. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the Burleigh Bears. Number 7. Strolling through. The defence not up to it on that occasion. But credit there to Jamal Fogarty doing it on his own.
Well, spoke in the pre-game about Jamal Fogarty taking the line on and really digging into the line, putting his body on the line. That's exactly what he does there. He goes in between defenders, shows the ball inside, and is able to split the defenders. And his running game has always been an asset of his.
Jamal Fogarty, 32nd try in his 81st game in the Intrust Super Cup. Very good player.
He's the best player in the Intrust Super Cup. Went away to Parramatta, came back, played an NRL game obviously with the Titans. Just everything about him, his build, the way that he runs the ball, he's got a smart kicking game.
His game management is first class. 24 years of age. I hope he gets another opportunity in the NRL. Tyron Roberts-Davis converts. 6-point ball game. Adam Jackson.
Yeah, superb to see Jamal Fogarty back to full fitness. He battled an ankle injury in the early part of the season, which saw him miss a few games, but ankle certainly looks fine if he's stepping and jinking like that. He actually thinks this Burleigh squad has more attacking strike power than the one that won the Intrust Super Premiership 2 years ago. So interesting comments from him, and he'd know one of the best in the business.
Also got to give acknowledgements to Josh Alamai then. He's the player on the inside that took all the focus off Jamal Fogarty. If he's not there, it's quite easy for the defenders to make contact with Fogarty.
I know we focus on the size of this Burleigh Bears team, but you'd have to think that it's something similar to what Jack would have confronted when he threw the beans out the window and went up and saw the land of the Giants. Just a massive football team.
Did that really seriously happen, did it?
What's that?
That story about the Jack and the
Jack and the
Beanstalk.
Beanstalk, it happened. It's a true story. I wouldn't lie to my kids, I'll read it to them. Burleigh on the front foot here. Troy Leo, look out. Gets a pass to Saluma. Saluma with a step. then stopped and does well to stay in the field of play. This is the last. What a great set off the back of points. Kick from Fogarty. Curtis rose over and hits the upright, and they're going to clean up just.
Well, they're not out of the woods yet, the Pride, because they've spent the first 12, nearly 13 minutes all up their end of the field.
What about this defence? Dallas Wells and Hayden Schwass. Now that tackle made one-on-one. It's Dallas Wells again. They need to get out of danger. Schwass making a tackle here.
Fourth tackle. Gets some width.
Clark plays it. Here's Sheldon Power Hobbs. On the last, they're only 25 out from their own line, the Pride. Good kick by Clifford. And it's going to go into touch. That's a good result for the Pride.
It is a really good result. It's just one of those kicks that you just, there's no real format to what kick you're going to, what style or structure. You just try and kick it as hard as you possibly can and see what comes of it. Again, Jack Clifford comes up with a good option there and gives them a chance just to gather their thoughts, the Pride. But again, they're going to be defending their try line by about tackle 3 or tackle 4.
Got plenty of players from both teams in the running for this afternoon's Hastings Deering Man of the Match. Some terrific performances in a high-quality game. Let's get a comment sideline, Adam Jackson.
Yeah, speaking of Hastings Deering, we'll also get to see the Hastings Deering Colts match straight after this. It'll be a high-quality contest. The Pride and Burleigh both in the top 3 in that under-20s competition. But I can see the crowd being a bit of a factor here late in the second half. It's building behind me on the Lees Club side. They hate seeing losses here at Pizzey Park. They haven't seen one all season, so they'll be very vocal.
They will be extremely vocal.
You can see the dam is about to burst with the Pride. They're doing everything they can to get back with the referee.
Jesse Savage out there in jersey number 18. They're on the front foot here, the home side. Fogarty inside pass, Alamai. Good luck stopping Henry Bonham. I think he has. Has he? Or did he roll over and score the try? Josh Alamai, he has. It was brave from Hampton initially, but it's very hard to stop a rampaging Josh Alamai when he's in a mood like that.
Great play here by exactly the same two that created the try for Fogarty. This time Fogarty straightens the line up, but it's Politoni that gets out of dummy half and commits that tight defender. And an open line there for Alamai. Great job here from Ben Hampton. Good skill by everyone involved, and Hampton does everything he can for a smaller man to stop Josh Alamai, but just a huge size difference. And Burleigh on the back of so much possession and great field position and too much pressure, go back-to-back tries. That's beautiful skill from Jamal Fogarty to be able to replicate the play that he put on for Alamai only about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and then took the line on himself, scored the try. Sets up for the same play. Politoni plays a huge part, but Alamai, just for a big man to put himself in that position as well. Great work by the big man.
A chance for Tyron Roberts-Davis to level things up. What the last 24 minutes we're in for here at Pizzey Park. Taking his time over it is the number 5. Taking a long time is Tyron Roberts-Davis. Eventually moves in, strikes it, and we're all square. 18 all, down to Adam Jackson, sideline.
I'll tell you, one person very much impressed by that try will be Garth Brennan, the Titans coach, who's sitting at the far end of the field. He helped launch the league career of Big Josh. Coached him in the under-20s at Newcastle quite a while ago. Now, the Pride have reacted to conceding back-to-back tries. Their most reliable forward coming on now, David Murphy.
There's some good work by Politoni out of dummy half. Just those 6 or 7 steps he gets out, he commits that tight defender, which opens up for Alamai. Jesse Savage rips into them, and this might sound silly, but when you're under so much pressure and you're defending your try line for so long, sometimes when a try is scored against you, it's a bit of breath of fresh air. You'll be able to get up the other end of the field and hopefully control their set of 6, and this is what they haven't done. This is what happens when you're fatigued. You get sloppy, you make the wrong decisions, you try desperately to control every part of the tackle, but when you don't win that initial contact,
now they find touch just inside Pride territory. Schwass. Oh, good pass, Politoni. Straight up the middle. Hampton tries to make the tackle. Pass back to Schwass. Try saver. Jordan Biondi-Odo. Had to be made. Fogarty. It's still on. Gets a pass out wide. Eventually, quick hit. Saluma for the corner, and he's over. Great stuff. The Burleigh Bears in to score the try. And they're in front by 4 with a kick to come.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts when you go back-to-back tries, especially on the back of ill-discipline. Look at the work here by the man for all seasons, Hayden Schwass. Puts Politoni through. Great work for Politoni to be pushing through. And then for Schwass to stay alive as well. And then it was just a matter of getting through the hands here. Again, Fogarty involved, gets the ball free. Good work here from Robinson as well, just to tip the ball on. Semi Saluma scores the 3rd try for the Burleigh Bears in about 7 or 8 minutes.
Great work, Joshy!
Sammy Saluma, his 22nd Intrust Super Cup try. A good game this afternoon, especially when the team was under pressure early. Took some really strong hit-ups for his team. Now Tyrone Roberts-Davis, 3 from 3 for the afternoon. This by far his most difficult attempt. Striker with the ball, as we've seen. That one started off on target, but then just drifted away. So 4-point ball game with a quarter of the game remaining. Adam Jackson.
As bad as the past 10 minutes have been for the Northern Pride, the positive for them is they're only 1 try behind. And we're about to get to see round 2 of the big heavyweight showdown. The 2 number 8s have just come back on after that try. Billy Bugston and Luke Page, who I reckon will take the hit up here off the kickoff.
So they're up by 4 here.
14,
Jesse Savage takes that hit up. He'll be very concerned at the moment. Ty Williams, his brains trust there. And a comfortable 12-point leaders. What, about 10 minutes ago? Now look at Burleigh on the front foot through Rowe, beating defenders, Curtis Rowe. Going down the short side again. That's the last try scorer in Saluma. Cutting back towards the centre now, looking to straighten. Good defence. This is the last. Fogarty kicks towards the centre. Rowe coming out after it. Ben Hampton gets it. Rowe takes him. Dropout coming.
Fogarty, great skill, good vision, good control. Looks like he's going to kick it down the right-hand corner, but then just hooks it back to the left. And Curtis Rowe took really good communication between Rowe and also Jamal Fogarty. Just keep tightening the screws, don't they, Burleigh?
Sats, you look at opportunities that could present themselves for a player like Jamal Fogarty, and you know, the Canberra Raiders, one of the knocks on them has been poor game management. Would you, if you're Ricky Stewart, would you be looking at a player like
It
Fogarty?
bewilders me that he's not part of a full-time NRL system.
Oh, Page.
Hold! Stand up and square! Hold! Hold!
They're in a mood here, Burley. Savage.
Here's 16.
White this time. Gets one away to Politoni, and here's Robertson looking for his second try of the afternoon. He won't get it, but will Politoni. He's rolled over. I think they've held him up. He's just short. Just short. Rowe, oh, the big dummy. Everyone fell for it, and he scores. There was a leak in the dam before, but now the floodgates have opened. Burley and go further in front. They're 8 ahead with a kick to come. Impressive individual try there by Curtis Rowe.
Well, they've done it just on the back of patience and composure and having faith in what Jimmy Lenahan said at halftime. Have faith in what we train for. Have faith in our systems and have faith in the playing group around us. If we mount enough pressure, they'll finally break because, as we've said, they haven't got a lot of reserves to come on and take the pressure off the players who have to play long stints here for the Pride. So they're doing their best to hold on. But just great work from the Burleigh Bears, just not to go away from the game plan and just continue to use their big man to their advantage. I've been watching Jamal Fogarty really closely in the background, something the viewers can't see, and he's just pushing his big man around the field. He's getting players with a little bit more width, and then he's pushing them in tighter. And so his game management, as you said earlier on, Salty, it's just, yeah, it must be so rewarding to be a halfback, to sit back and watch his big forward pack wreak so much destruction, and then just be able to pick your times and have a lot more timing on your hands when you have got your side moving forward.
That's that man on screen. Right in the centre of screen anyway. Jamal Fogarty. You're watching NRL Scouts. He's been on fire, not just today, but all throughout the season in the Intrust Super Cup. Still only 24 years of age. Tyne Roberts-Davis makes no mistake here. Out to a 10-point lead, the Burleigh Bears. Down to you, Adam.
Yeah, Curtis Rowe, another one of the brigade on the comeback trail from injury. Suffered a fractured eye socket, made his return last week, and definitely hasn't missed a beat, as shown by that. But I want to ask you guys, Burleigh looks as though they're going to run over the top of them. Do they deserve to be the premiership favourites? Or if you had to have a guess now, who's your grand final winner?
Oh, I think I've been saying for the last 4 or 5 weeks, I still think they're a fair way ahead of everyone else in the competition at the moment, Burleigh. You know what I like about Burleigh, and I mean this with the utmost respect? I like they've got a real air of arrogance about them, a good arrogance. They get themselves in a frame of mind of, oh, massive shot there from Bugden. They have this air of confidence about them that we are better than you, and it might sound bad the way I'm saying that, but it's the attitude you've got to have. As we're just seeing a great replay there of Bugden trying to lift his side and motivate them.
Oh, offload from Savage. Politoni found Fogarty, all off the back of that terrific offload from Jesse Savage. Schwass. This is the last.
He's been terrific this afternoon, Schwass. High work rate again.
Kick from Wells and goes out on the full. Well, here's a change. The Pride won't have to work it off their own line. They had to do it almost exclusively for the last 20 minutes.
So the worst thing the Pride can do at the moment is look at the scoreboard and feel as though they've got to score in the next 2 or 3 minutes. They've just got to work their way into the game.
That's a nice way to do it with an offload. Oh. Chris Anderson said he'd called held simultaneously with the offload, so good tackle there on Darren Shoney.
Jesse, let's go!
Well, that shoulder charge is a bit high.
And Matt White came in to try and square up with that big tackle that Bugden put on earlier on. Tried to come in from the outside here.
Hampton finds touch. Here's a bit of field position for the Northern Pride. Can they build some pressure and get back some momentum? Emery Perry. Have they got the energy? They're down to 15. 2 players injured, including their hooker, Ryan Getty. hard-working back rower, Tom Hancock. Both lost to the game in the first half. Clifford. Clark plays it. Jones. Over around Murphy on the outside, but he bobs the pass back to Jones. Jones is brought down. 3 away from the line. Murphy. Beyond Diodo. Inside pass, and Burley called offside.
Not square at marker.
I was just about to say Ben Hampton hadn't touched the ball in that entire set of 6. Now they get another chance to try and inject him in some way. He has to get involved around tackle 3.
Murphy. Big David Murphy offload to Jones. They should score here. Clifford couldn't get the pass out to Bowen. Took the line on himself and brought down. Jones. Long path beyond Diodo. Here's Bugden. They call held, and he was still moving. Jones beyond Diodo. Inside pass. And they bring down Schonig. Beyond Diodo. Good defence. Limiting the options for the 5'8". He jogs across field, showing.
Jake Clifford needs to get his hands on the ball. Here he comes to the left-hand side.
Clifford. Rubbers for the goal area. Hampton will score. Good communication there between halfback and fullback. And Ben Hampton helps himself to a try that all of a sudden brings the pride, Scott Sattler, right back into the contest.
Great work. Well, we sat back for 2 sets and we saw that the number 1 didn't get involved at all. But Clifford gets his hands on the ball, well-weighted kick. Again, the maturity in this play. Ball in 2 hands, Hampton scores a very important try.
Ben Hampton, 35 games in the Intrust Super Cup for a number of clubs now. 73 games he's played in the NRL now, Ben Hampton, including 12 this year for the Cowboys. Of course, originally in the NRL, we saw him with the Melbourne Storm. Good young player, Ben Hampton. Jake Clifford.
This is always going to be a big test for Clifford today against a quality opposition like the Burleigh Bears, who've got a very professional forward pack, a lot of NRL experience. I think he's really stood up, young Clifford.
And he converts this one. He's now the leading point scorer in the Intrust Super Cup for this season. 28-24. Down to you, Adam.
Well, the message coming from the Pride training staff on the bench to Ben Hampton and Jordan Biondiotto was don't chase it. Don't try and chase points. Play our natural game. We've got enough points in us to get a win here. Danger signs cited by coach Jim Lenihan for the Burleigh Bears. He's taken off 2 of his forwards, White and Savage.
Big finish coming up. 9.5 minutes left. Murphy with the hit up. Oh, that one's come loose. Penalty.
Be interesting to see whether Bugden, as he's getting driven backwards, whether he actually attempts the offload here, because they have got some second phase play in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Gets driven back here, turns his body. Yeah, no, good call. I don't think there's a deliberate rate there, but there's definitely hands on the ball.
He tried to just put a sneaky hand there, Hayden Schwass. Should learn all the tricks now with his brother being a referee.
I wonder if he talks to his brother now that he's a referee. I would.
13 off the ball.
I wonder if his brother would have penalised him then.
He's refereeing the Colts game after this one. Good field position here for the Pride after that penalty.
Look at him.
Tackle 3. Sonic plays it. Now beyond Diodo. The juggle there. Just managed to bring that one in, Hampton.
See Ben Hampton running across field there, and what he's looking for is one of his players on the outside just to start pushing into space for him. But everyone stood back and just watched him drift across the field as Clifford, ball in hand.
Shonick now, 18 away. It's the last. Need to get a repeat set. Kick will be important here from Clifford. Grubbers, and it wasn't one of his better efforts. Wells there to clean up for the Burleigh Bears.
And again, it was Hayden Swash, the number 11. Their inside defence has been quite good today, the Burleigh Bears. On a lot of occasions, they've got from the inside and put a lot of pressure on that ball carrier. But Hayden Swash did that on that occasion on Clifford. Good run here by Saluma. Gets the offload away to Tyrone Davis.
Our matchday sponsors this afternoon, LSC Shop Fitting is an industry leader in shop fitting and commercial fit-outs Australia-wide. And for the Pride, Mount Peter Residential Estate by Ken Frost Homes, building the homes you love with all the high-end inclusions you deserve at a price you can afford. Last tackle. Oh, he shaped the kick, it's gone straight through. Fogarty, fine. Oh, the tackle had to be made. It was Gideon Gallimosby on Jai Whitbread. A try saver.
Great tackle here. Good play all around, good vision. Lazy defence by the Pride, thinking he was just going to get the kick away. Jai Whitbread, great work to put himself in support. But Gallimosby covers it up beautifully. Now, the Pride, they started, I was about to say the outside backs aren't getting involved, but Tuolangi comes in and has one of those runs to take the numbers off as Clifford gets a kick away just on the outside of the 40.
Oh, that's gone out now. Off Tyrone Roberts-Davis.
Well, he wasn't quite sure where the ball was kicked because it was the kick. I'm pretty sure that Clifford was just on the line, which is outside the 40. So it forces the receiver to make a play, just not knowing where that ball was kicked. Oh, what a massive finish.
Big moment of the game happened just near you, Adam Jackson.
I did, definitely went out there. Gideon Gallimosby's the man, I reckon. They need to get him into a hole.
Hold.
He's a player
Not early, Jamal. Hold.
they'll be looking for in this set.
I think young Connor Jones is the man that came on at dummy half.
Well, this man here in Ben Hampton as well.
Yeah, all the way here. Hold.
They're trailing by 4. 5 minutes left. Murphy, strong run.
Foot on the line.
There's Jones in 14. Goes to Clifford. Clark, 9 away. It's only tackle 3. Jones. Couldn't fool the defence. Clark goes to dummy half. It's tackle 4. Clifford, Bowen, through the dummy. Eventually gets the offload to Gallimosby. He flicks it back, and it's going to go out. Javed Bowen had an unmarked Gideon Gallimosby on his outside, and he couldn't get it to him.
Oh, this is Rugby League 101. It's just a 3-on-2 here and then a 2-on-1. And he's just anticipating Tyrone Roberts-Davis to slide off him. But Roberts-Davis, to his credit, he jams in and sticks onto David Bowen. Makes the right play. Wishes he had that opportunity again, David Bowen. 9 times out of 10, David Bowen would create a try there.
Here 6. No head starts.
Wow.
It's amazing what pressure does to people.
Hold.
The clock is against the Pride. 4 minutes left, 4-point margin.
Off the ball. All the way here. Hold. Hold. Stand there,
Robinson.
shoulders. Here we go, 14 here. Hold. Hold. Go to.
Whitbread.
Out now, Will. All the way here. Go 3. Hold. 14 off the ball.
Tackle there from Page. Schross.
Last tackle, Jacob. Here, Will. 14. Hold. Hold.
Olatoni wants the sideline and finds it. Solid set. The set that they needed there, Burley.
Yeah, I think the Pride, they don't mind this. They don't mind having a bit of a break. Gather their thoughts a little bit, get a breath back, as Ty Williams there would be very nervous. He'd be confident in his playmakers to try and get them up the field and at least have one more shot on the Burley try line.
I see that Gideon Gallimosby is part of the back line here. He's next to Jordan Biondioto. He's got it now. It links up with Anderson. Finds Tuolangi.
3 up and square. Here, Pat, hold.
Into the final 3 minutes. Gallimosby. Good defence, Burley on that occasion. Olatoni wrapping him up. Defence again. That occasion it's Sam Costa. What less would you expect from Costa? Making tackles like that. Here's the shift. Bowen gets it to Gallimosby. Look out. Rose got him. Good scrambling there from Burley. Clifford. Bugden. Will Bugden.
Oh, big penalty.
Gets Burley offside.
Leave the ball, Jamal. Leave it.
So here's a chance for the Pride.
Well, they've got to open up the field. They've got to get their play the ball to the far side of the right-hand post, and they've just got to open up this left-hand side and use Hampton and use Bowen and use Gallimosby.
Jones, Clifford, what a finish into the last 2 minutes. Hampton, 8 away, it's only tackle 2. Clifford, Sheldon Powell-Hobbs. It's now or never for the Pride. Bowen, Javid Bowen. Got the ball in one hand, looking for an offload. Couldn't get it. Tackle 4. Jones. Now Murphy into the line. Gets a good offload. Jones finds Powell-Hobbs. Great offload. Through the hands. Hampton. Gallimosby's in the corner. We'll be all locked up. And the Pride will have a conversion to win it right on the siren. Gideon Gallimosby scoring the try in the corner.
Oh, wow, the 10th try of the match, and what an entertaining game it has been. So much skill and class on hand, and it was the offload. They go from the left-hand side to the right. I was about to say they don't need this hitter, but it's terrific work by David Murphy. He's got a couple of offloads here today, and Sheldon Powell-Hobbs and Jones is involved on a couple of occasions. Great work from Clifford just to get rid of the ball across the face of a couple of his players to create that overlap. And that's where the ball came, the offload from Powell-Hobbs and also David Murphy. But look at the ball here from Clifford. Straight out in front. Hampton doesn't overplay his hand, gets it onto Mosby, who we know is going to finish the try. And then we've got the goal kicker for now, Jake Clifford. He hasn't missed one today, I don't think, Clifford.
No, he hasn't. 4 from 4 for the afternoon.
You can hear the sirens.
Wow.
It's the perfect ending to a great afternoon of rugby league in round 14.
28 all. This will be the last play of the game. Jake Clifford, the siren has sounded. This to win the game for his team. No golden point in the Intrust Super Cup. It's either a draw or a Pride win. Clifford, the leading point scorer of the Intrust Super Cup so far this season. He struck it well. He has kicked it. What a goal. Wow, the Pride win 30-28. in a thrilling game of rugby league here at Pizzey Park.
Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. And we spoke about this young man, and this is going to be a true test of how much he's maturing in the game. And you cannot ask for a bigger moment in rugby league at any level. When you come up against the competition leaders, the siren has already gone. There's no more seconds to play. And you ask a man who's just turned 20 years of age, who's steering this team around the park, to come up with a big moment like that. And Jake Clifford delivers one of the true classic moments of Intrust Super Cup for 2018.